Hey friends, welcome back. So today we're still on our 5 W's of dumpster diving basics. Sorry, I gotta get rid of the handkerchief. We went hiking today and it was absolutely lovely. So the 5 W's. Today we are on who. And more specifically, what we're doing with who is, who are you taking with you, if anyone, when you go dumpster diving? Is it nice to have someone with you? In some cases, yes, definitely. This last weekend, I had Olivia with me, and it was incredibly helpful because I was able to hand things out to her for her to put away. I could have done it myself, but it would have been a lot more effort where I had her to help, much easier job. Now, she's my daughter, and she'll generally do what I tell her to do, right? But there are considerations because kids tend to tire out. Sorry. Lulu's getting Mariah into the shower. Anyway, so kids tire out, and that is something important to think about. When I started dumpster diving, I had all 3 of the kids, they were quite a bit younger. In fact, we didn't even have Mariah yet when I first started dumpster diving. So anyway, I didn't have anyone to babysit or anything like that. And so they had to come along with me. And you can do that too. You can bring the kids along. Just know that it's going to take some preparation and there's going to be a few things you're going to have to take care of. We are lucky enough to have a TV in the van. So I would always make sure and pack movies, packed water, packed snacks. I learned that very quickly after the first couple times of them, getting to where they were bored out of their minds or they were starving or whatever. And I'd be out on a pick and have to just turn around and go home because I had kids with me and they needed, something. So I started learning that, I need to bring toys or books or games or something, and definitely sustenance. They had to have snacks and drinks. I definitely needed to know where the bathrooms were anywhere along our route. I had to have places that we could quickly get to if someone needed to go potty. So those are considerations if you've got young'uns with you. But you can definitely still dumpster dive with the kids. It is entirely possible. Don't let that be a reason to not dumpster dive. Now, I have people all the time saying, oh, I want to come with you. I want to come with you. And generally, I don't have anyone come with me outside of my children. And very rarely, occasionally, my husband will be along. There's a lot of reasons for that. Even if they are your very best friends, siblings, parents, whomever, there are some issues, and these are things that you really seriously need to consider. You're both putting in the work, right? It might be your car that's, driving around and it's your venture, but if they're with you, I guarantee you there will be something that you find, that you too find, that they will want. And they might not come out and say that they want it, but there will be kind of a general expectation. And this isn't a bad thing. This is just human nature. This is just, it's just reality, okay? They're going to see something awesome. They're going to be shocked and amazed and surprised at all the wonderful stuff, and they're going to be excited. And so issues can arise with, claiming things. And generally, it can be maneuvered, and you can work that out. And especially if you set some guidelines or some rules or whatever at the beginning, you can say from the start, yeah, I would love for you to come along, but just understand that I need everything that we find because I'm selling it so I can pay off, Billy's medical bills, or I need to put a down payment on a car or, an apartment or whatever. So I'd love to have you come along and watch, if you want to see what's going on, but just understand that, I need the things. And you can lay that out, from the beginning. And sometimes that really works, but not always. Even when you have set those parameters from the beginning, there will still be instances that might be a little tricky. Another situation that I've run into is the idea that you can split, like, the profits of selling the stuff. Well, that gets really tricky because one or the other person is always going to end up doing the majority of the work. but then still feeling obligated because the other person was with you when you found the stuff that you need to split it 50-50, and that doesn't work very well. Okay? So these are things that you need to consider. If you bring a friend, are they going to want to go the entire time? I mean, if you're like me and you're out there for 4 or 5 hours going, all over the county, are they going to get bored of that? Are they going to get tired of that? Are they going to be like, and want to go home? And so you've got to drive 20 miles back to drop them off. And then what? Go and head back? No, you're not going to end up finishing your route. So these are other considerations. Can they handle what dumpster diving really entails? Are they prepared to get in to the nasty? Are they prepared to work? Because if they're just coming just to watch you, like for entertainment, I mean, if you're okay with that, that's fine, I guess. But if anyone comes with me, they're helping. Like, I'm not a sideshow, This is, would you bring someone to work, to your job, to just watch you do your job at work, type up papers? And no, And I think a lot of people don't see it that way. And I understand, because this is, a fringe kind of employment and venture. But if you are looking at it as this is my business, this is, my means of making money, and you take it seriously, then it's going to be weird for you to have someone just come along and just watch. Believe me, it's kind of weird. And if they are just watching and seeing all the awesome stuff, I guarantee you they're going to want some of it. It's just one of those things, I came to watch and be entertained and get a party favor too, So think about it. Really think about it. And I'm not saying 100% go all by yourself. No. But set up parameters, set up guidelines, have a plan in place for, whoever it is that you're taking along with you. Have an understanding. Is this your business partner and you're going to be doing this together 100% and you're going to split the work and the proceeds and all of that? Okay, great. If you can make that work, fantastic, because it will make the job easier having someone else with you. Can you do it by yourself? Yes. All the time I'm seeing comments, I wish I had someone to go with me. I wish I had someone to go with me. But guys, honestly, 99% of the time, I'm on my own. And I'm not agile no, by any standard, but I'm able to do it because I've decided I'm going to, and so I do. And it takes some maneuvering, and some creative use of the steps tool, but I do it. You have to have the right tools. You might be worried about safety and different things. And if you're in a sketchy area, no, don't go alone. No. That's definitely, you're going to want to bring someone with you, okay? So everyone has different circumstances. But for me personally, in my experience, I have been just fine on my own. And even the more difficult stuff to get out, if I, work hard enough and long enough, I can usually get it out myself. If it's something that I absolutely can't get by myself and I really, really want, then I will go and get someone to help me and go back and get it if it's something that's, worth the effort. Other things to consider when you're thinking, am I going to take someone along? Space. Mariah, stop! Like tap dancing or clogging or pounding away in the shower. Anyway, space. So what kind of vehicle do you have that you're going to be using to go dumpster diving and to therefore hold your stuff? Every person that is with you takes up that much space that could have been used for stuff. So when I still had all the kids coming with me back in the day, that took up 3 seats, okay? And I would still try and go to as many places as possible within the limits of having kids with me and them getting tired and, all that. And I found I would have to empty the van more often, right, than I do now, because you just don't have as much room. And so you're going to spend more on gas, and or you're just not going to get to as many places because there's just not enough room. Now, when you have small children, you probably don't even have the time for big loads of stuff like we've been doing this summer. So, I mean, that all kind of probably balances out, but just know that these are considerations. Every person that comes with you, you know, those friends and neighbors and family that are like, oh, you dumpster dive, I want to come. Every spot that is taken is a spot where stuff could have gone. So just think about that, all right? If someone's going to come with you, they need to bring their own supplies. If they need gloves or tools or food, water, whatever, you're not there to provide entertainment and to babysit them, all right? If they want to come along, make sure ahead of time, hey, Susie, you want to come? That's great. I'm going to, you know what? Meet me at such and such place at, 5:30. And we'll go, but be sure to bring water and gloves and good shoes, and if you're, bring a snack, whatever, and make sure that there are assigned roles. I think this is probably the last thing that I think we really need to stress. Besides the parameters and the rules and the agreements, have assigned roles. Because it will drive you insane if you are like vaulting into the bins head first to go and get these Legos or whatever, and they're just standing there texting on their phone in the heat of the day, sipping their Coca-Cola, and you're like digging through all this garbage. It will drive you insane, and there will be some resentment building there, and it will not be a pleasant experience, okay? Have assigned roles from the beginning. All right, Susie, you're coming with me. That's fantastic. You're going to be in charge of whatever, all right? Or while you're with me, this is what I need you to do. Or you want to come with me? That's awesome. Here's what you're going to have to do while we're out diving. Have those things understood from the beginning, all right? So to wrap up, think about who you're bringing with you, and think about, is that really the best thing to do? Is it going to help me or hinder me? If it will be helpful, awesome. If it's going to hinder you, no. Because if it was your regular job, 9 to 5, you wouldn't be bringing people along. So keep that in mind, okay? If you're bringing young people, kids, whatever, plan ahead, be prepared. If you're bringing a friend or neighbor or family member, make sure they are prepared. Tell them what they need to bring and set up parameters, guidelines, and specific roles that you both agree to for this instance. And also, just remembered, make sure that it's very clear from the beginning if this is going to be a regular thing or if this is a one-time deal. Because once you've done something for someone, it can become expected that, oh, I'm going to come along with you next time. Or, I'm going to invite myself along. Make sure those, expectations are, address those expectations. Make sure that it is clear from the beginning. Don't let it become an issue, because that can get messy and you don't want that. No, that takes all the fun out of everything. So make sure that those things are understood from the beginning. Prepare. Make sure you know where the bathrooms are. Make sure you've got your own water and gear and all of those kinds of things. Make sure you have understandings about who gets what, or if they are just coming along just to watch, or if they are coming along to help, but you need to keep everything. Make sure that all of those details are clear from the very beginning. Can you do it yourself? For the majority of people, yes, you can do it yourself with the right tools and the right effort and dedication. If you're in a sketchy area, don't go alone. If you're going to go in the middle of the night, don't go alone. Be responsible, be reasonable and realistic, and you will do awesome. So, all right, that's all my advice for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous weekend. Happy pickings. I'm going to Las Vegas. It's going to be super awesome. I will catch you all later. Bye-bye.